Hello everyone and welcome to the Sportiest stream all over again. Hope all of you are doing well out there. I'm Sporty FC and we've got a great night of action for all of you. NovaX takes on the USS Alabama in LOS Gym. This is part of the quarterfinals. It's all best of sevens from here on out. We take a look at our lineups again from both these teams. There's NovaX on the blue, USS Alabama on the orange, and a best of 7 series determine who will move to a semi-final showdown. This is 3v3 Rocket League action. We're in for quite a treat here for all of you interested. Again, it's NovaX, USS Alabama, part of the United Ships of RL. Again, we've got a great series for all of you, a best of 7. Hoping to get things underway very soon. Again, we're just getting things hopefully sorted out very soon. As again, we're just trying to get things underway in just a moment or two, so give us a moment. And while we get time to sort things out here, again, we'll hopefully get information about when these teams are ready. Let me get that prediction poll up for all of you as well, while we're getting things sorted out again. We have a fun matchup here as well, but the quarterfinals. So for us, we're at the top 8. As there we go, prediction poll is out for all of you. Hopefully this will we'll get some votes in on who we think will take this one, NovaX or USS Alabama. We've seen some of the players in the USS Alabama. Jeremy Blind, Zeus, both of those players, we've seen them both in 2v2 action, I think, before. Not as much in 3s, but obviously these teams doing well enough to get to this point. This is, again, also part of Tier 6, so I believe this is, I want to say at least low champ. For how good these players are. Should expect some good action overall. So again, we'll hopefully get things sorted out, underway in just a moment. It's going to be an exciting time here again, quarterfinals. You know, what you can expect here is some pretty good action. It's a pretty competitive teams. I mean, you're at the point where you're going to be competitive, you're going to have to fight for your spots and for your opportunities. While we wait on these teams to on in the lobby. It's our only match tonight. It's a fun one as well. NovaX, USS Alabama. What a great time for a series like this. Well, we're only moments away from getting things underway. Thank you for the follow. Or actually, the sub, Sinister Eggs. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. Good luck in your upcoming match, as I gotta make sure my alert box is actually open. My apologies. There you go, there's the alert. My apologies, the alert box is not actually open, so that's gonna be a problem. And the sounds aren't either, so. Let me real quick fix the alert box, because obviously our alert box actually isn't ready. Here we go again. Let me go quickly fix the alert box and the issues we have with that, because that is an issue I just noticed. I don't actually have my alerts on, which is a problem. There's one. Oh, yeah, so apologies on that. We gotta fix this all manually, which is not fun, but we work with what we have to do. Go. I forgot to change my alerts since yesterday was the end of the Champions Cup. So, apologies on that. Again, we forgot to change this after the Champions Cup. It's a common thing I've done before, so real quick. There we go. Alerts are fixed, so hopefully alerts are now good to go to get things underway. And apologies to all of you on that. But we should be ready now, so alerts are fixed. The teams still need to join the lobby. We'll wait on them in just a moment or two, but all these teams do start to join in. Can't wait to see what we'll get here in this matchup. Again, this S7. I'm gonna look at the lineups while I communicate with these teams, get them in the lobby, and get our match underway. Again, this is part of the quarterfinals. It is 3v3, best of 7, and it's single elimination. The loser is out of the running. A very, very competitive bracket. Only the best of the best in these divisions can make it this far. So it's a lot of competition. These teams to be at that top level. This is going to be a huge testing point. Again, while we wait and get things sorted out. And again, answers for you on where these teams are right now. Should be in any moment. Again, apologies on that. As there we go again. We're gonna wait on these teams. As soon as they're in the lobby, we get things going. As for the NovaX side, got Zachi, Ample Time, and Demon Yasha. NovaX with their starting roster. There's Alabama again. They got 5 players themselves. We'll see who on their team they'll choose to have represent them. There's a lot of people that could be playing here. Again, with a roster of 5, you got a lot of different combinations. I would have to assume Jeremy Mind and Zeus would be part of that group. With Sinister Eggs obviously already starting at the sub, if they've got more than just 3 players available, but Sinister Eggs would be a player that could definitely play in this matchup. Quickly, make sure we get these teams in again. NovaX has just joined on, so they're ready. USS Alabama should not be too far behind. And also to all of you as well, we're celebrating Labor Day. Well, it'll be tomorrow, but happy Labor Day to all of you. Early Labor Day. We'll actually be live again tomorrow, so don't miss out on that. 4:30 p.m. Eastern. With more LOS Champs quarterfinals, actually, so we've got more action tomorrow as well, so you do not want to miss it. Rare that you'll see me stream that early on a Monday, but you get it here, so I guess it's a little treat for all of you who are hopeful. They don't come often, that's for sure, from the stream, especially with how busy I am with college. But, of course, again, if I can get you guys a little bit of a fun match to go through, then I'll do that for all of you out there. Again, we'll get updates from all of you, for all of you very, very soon, as, again, NovaX, USS Alabama. Should be a exciting matchup. And we'll get things sorted out in just a moment. Again, we'll take a look at those rosters. I'm going to confirm with these teams if they're in or not, so give me a moment. welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. We are getting messages here from the USS. We're hopefully gonna get it. I mean, they do know about the forfeit timer. That is 15 minutes fast match start time. We're already about 6 minutes down, so I'm a little worried about this. We'll get them in here in hopefully just a moment or two. But while we're doing that for all of you in chat, hello, Missouri. Nice to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Again, we've got a good best of 5 matchup. NovaX, USS Alabama. NovaX has joined on in. We're waiting on the USS Alabama as well as a follow suit. Seems like they might be having some issues getting free players to join on up, but we do wait on them. Again, that they do have a timer, so that's fine. We can wait those 15 minutes to get them in the lobby. This is our only match tonight, so it would be an exciting time. And again, we are just waiting on them. As soon as USS Alabama shows up, we'll be getting things underway. Apologies on these delays. I don't like delays. I don't think any of you like delays, but fortunately we have to wait a little bit here while, again, one of these teams is just looking to show up. As there goes, Zeus is in. Sinister Eggs, and I believe Scott Eddie Odin, I believe that is Jeremy Blind. Hopefully get them. And they have just joined on in, so they are a little late, but fortunately we are good to go. Yeah, there we go. We got a message. Scott Eddie Odin, by the way, in game is Jeremy Blind, so obviously with a little name change, we're gonna be calling him Jeremy. That's the name he generally goes by. And that's what he's gone by in past streams. Is we'll get these teams in. Apologies for that delay, everyone. But our one and only match tonight will begin. NovaX versus the USS Alabama. In a best of 7, the winner moves to the semifinals. The loser is out of the running. NovaX on the blue, USS Alabama on the orange, and again, as I said, a best of 7. The loser is out of running, and NovaX already off to a good start, 9 seconds in. As the ball just gonna pop his way midfield, is a great pass from ample time, and Demon Yasha right behind him, a quick shot. And NovaX already on the board. But the USS Alabama looking quick to respond. Zeus to the top right corner. That one kept away, and NovaX will keep on the pressure. The USS Alabama, yet another chance on that back wall. Clear it out. At this point in your season, it's all about consistency. It is the playoffs. It is going to be quite tense. As in field handball time. Just off the crossbar, and NovaX are in the lead here as I'm taking away. Zachi, we're back by Zeus. Ample time. It's left in the midfield. NovaX, that chance. Not able to fly on through, but as I close in on that net, chances are going to get scarier, that's for sure, for the USS Alabama, at least for playing defense. There's a mistake there. Ample time, not able to put it in as the early saves coming through. And it will fall through the midfield as this one. Good away. And then comes the first major touch of Jeremy Blind there. We haven't seen too much of him so far, but as time goes on, you're going to see him try to make that impact. He is that team captain after all. And he is a long-time member for this roster. Him and Zeus have been long-time teammates, so you'd expect a lot of them working together. As Zachi. Pop really not going all that far, and get another clear for Jeremy. And the USS will once again just play with that ball, not keep it in one spot of that field for too long here. As Zachi with the clear. NovaX. And again, just trying to find those ways out. Up by 1, but that can't be nearly enough to win a game like this. I mean, you're under so much pressure to be so consistent at this point. Very, very tough to maintain that. As it off the crossbar, ample time. That's gonna go in. Zeus whiffed on it. And NovaX will double their lead to 2. A mistake Zeus just not reading that properly. Tough play nonetheless, but NovaX will score on it. And yet another chance on USS Alabama. They'll save that one out as get away, Demon Yasha and NovaX. Looks like a huge opportunity for them to be successful, but not finding too much space. And with all that time that NovaX is having to use, USS Alabama just trying to play upfield, ample time. That one actually getting through, Zachi to make it free. That's saved away. Follow-up shot from Demon Yasha. Actually, it's falling towards the net there. Jeremy Blind will get back. And NovaX in the midfield again. Zachi, Demon Yasha. That's number 3. And NovaX are off to an incredible start this game. And maybe ending just that same way. A little under 2 minutes left of this 5-minute matchup. And NovaX are the better looking team right now. Really isn't too much to slow them either, as and again just chances falling through as will be ample time. NovaX looking for yet another goal at net. Demo's in front. Zachi can't do much net that one. It easily kept away by the USS Alabama. Zeus with a very blue car for an orange team. And you can tell just a lot of pressure right now on the USS Alabama. A lot of panic too. NovaX just a lot more confident and holding a lot stronger right now. USS Alabama just trying to get this one out. Just trying to find something. But with time becoming an issue for them, NovaX just have to keep playing the way they do. Is 2 demos out, only 1 player back, and he's been bumped away. An awkward spawn bump there as Jeremy and Sinister Eggs ran into each other. Now Demon Yasha not getting much done here, but with up by 3, they don't really need to score at this point. If you're NovaX, although they do need to make some blocks. That's a great shot from Jeremy Blind. And NovaX, I think, are going to be looking at each other. Someone needed the challenge there. No one even jumped for it. It was just a free shot for Jeremy Blind. I mean, when you give him 3 chances, he will take them. And the first goal of the series for the USS Alabama coming in inside that final minute of gameplay. Although for this United Ship side, they're going to have a lot more work to do. 1 goal, not nearly enough to turn things around for them. And with NovaX just being that faster team right now, there's not much USS Alabama have an advantage. As ample time, not able to get the flick very far. In comes Zachi, the shot's on. That one saved away by Zeus. Is NovaX yet again is continuing to be the better team. As somehow that fell through for ample time. It's 4-1. A final score for NovaX in Game 1. In a series like this, and simply put, they're just the better team right now. Coming in more confident, coming in much stronger. USS Alabama, much more panicky in response, and you can tell it in Game 1 it was NovaX who ran the show. And we'll look to continue to be that better team as this series will move into game number 2. As US Alabama did have some players leave, they're actually going to make a sub already. Snowfur is coming in instead, placing Sinister Eggs. So it's USS Alabama side not confident with how they played in Game 1. I agree with them. It just didn't look very confident. Didn't look very strong. Didn't look like a great start for this team. Well, I can say it wasn't a good start. They lost. It definitely wasn't one that would give me any confidence in how they're playing. They just were out-muscled in a game where they really needed to come out strong, because now they're behind in the series and they've got to answer back. They brought in Snowfur. We'll see how That turns things around if it does at all. So we move into game 2. We need to see the difference in USS Alabama. We need to see a much more confident team, a team that's much more ready for the fight. It felt slow. It felt like a undetermined kind of play style, as Demon Yasha already looking for chances. And, you know, for USS Alabama, where's that inspiration? I mean, they've had to fight all the way to the quarterfinals. There's no easy matchup for any team, and I mean, they'd be ones to know. Their season has not been an easy one. I need to see that inspiration. I need to see that kind of drive here. Right now for the USS Alabama, it just feels like they're getting outplayed at multiple different positions. That's a great play in front, though. Missed there by Zachi! Snow for a missile. We'll score there. The first lead of the series for the USS Alabama. And that's a little bit more like it. Causing the panic. Causing the chaos. Zachi, the mistake that we haven't seen from him yet this series. And a whiff like that, that's going to be costly. USS Alabama doing well to put on that pressure. But NovaX, well, not done with this play. Hample time. That's not very far out, but there'll be space for NovaX to work with. Hample time again. Only gonna get far as Jerry Blind and USS Alabama. Now they've got some confidence in them. Where will they take us? They have so many options to work with. NovaX don't have nearly as many. But NovaX, the big thing they got to do here is find a way upfield, find some control. This is a much different game. It's a much better start for USS Alabama, much more confident overall team. NovaX need that answer. That's a great shot on, but a bit too weak. And USS Alabama quick to get to that one. Won't get to this though, as NovaX yet again a force in the back wall. That's a mistake. Jerry Blind will block, and Snow for a missile will keep it out. As Nova just trying to get in the way here. A huge opportunity though that side, and it was one that they definitely could have scored on. Starting to put that pressure on even more. Double commit from the USS. Ample time. That's a great backwards touch, but it will bounce on the ground first. It didn't have enough lift on it to go in. Nova will try again. Zachi, first two, but his shot way too unenthusiastic. Now Demon Yasha, that's a little too low. Zachi's whiffed on it completely. Ample time, already calling for it. NovaX showing a lot more of what we have seen from this team already. And USS Alabama once again falling out of rotation. Zachi doesn't actually get to that touch. It's going to waste a lot of time, but he will go for the redirect. Not able to connect quickly enough. And NovaX right now counting their chances. They're increasing, but still no goals. That's it! Ample time. Big pinch off the ground. And NovaX have been waiting for those opportunities to fall through. This one will. An infield pass connected with ample time. And NovaX will have found a way to even the scoreline. Very, very much like we saw in Game 1. NovaX coming in for this one, getting that goal with a lot of enthusiasm. Every single goal feels like a huge spark for this NovaX side. Once they take one, it can definitely snowball. Let's now look for a second shot on the end of that play, but Zachi keeping it airborne here. NovaX just pinging the ball right back, keeping offense, but not able to keep control. Zachi as an infield play. Ample time. Surely this is it, but that's off the crossbar. And Nova just can't seem to buy themselves space easily. It's never meant to be easy. USS Alabama right back on offense. Demon Yasha. Ample time running right into Zeus's challenge, but NovaX is trying to recover. They have had a lot of issues this game with being able to recover off of those first touches. Just not ready for those second ones, those third. What's really going to make their offense strong? As ample time's gone the wrong direction there. That's a gift to USS Alabama. There was no one attacking. And Hambleton, I don't know why he thought he needs to go for that, because he didn't have anyone challenging him. Not even close. The closest player to him was leaving the offensive zone. An unexcused mistake. And NovaX, for all the good that they've done this game, they have seriously lacked that cohesion that we saw in Game 1. Ample time. No boost in the tank. He'll get around one. Now a bounce in front. Cleared out, but straight to Demon Yasha. And that's through the hearts of the USS Alabama. 28 seconds left. NovaX have pulled this one back. They went all in on that offensive attack. It absolutely worked for them. And much to my surprise, I did not think they would have the ability to do that. They just haven't been able to be potent enough on offense. They found their chance there. They did not put it to waste. Once again, this thing's tied up. It's ample time. Looking to take the lead. Will be Zachi instead to follow through. Zeus. There's it away, but Demon Yasha, who has scored that last goal to tie things up, now pushing up. It's a very awkward touch there from Jeremy, but the way it's going in is ample time. You get that one by Zeus as it's going to be left in the midfield. No one wants this one, and we've gone to overtime. 2 each in Game 2. Huge opportunity for USS Alabama to bring this one back, but NovaX doesn't want that. They want to go up by 2. Demon Yasha to seal this one, but that shot needed to be better. NovaX, they're not going to score that easily. Is there another chance here? Maybe created by Zachi, but without boost or ball, NovaX have to retreat just a little bit more. Ellie waiting in the midfield is Jeremy. New players up on that, and NovaX not looking nearly as confident anymore on defense. Losing a lot more of these challenges. Getting a lot more against them. They're panicking a lot more. Pressure of the quarterfinals really getting to them, but that's a great shot. Zachi will put him in a much more positive ending. He'll take the overtime for NovaX. And now they're up 2 in the series. 2 wins away from a semi-finals appearance. NovaX have found their mark. A Game 2 victory for USS Alabama. Immediately readying up. They obviously saw something in Game 2 that they liked, even though they only had 4 shots. They did score twice compared to the 13 of NovaX. You really feel like for NovaX, they're just throwing on so many opportunities that they're going to fall through. That's the way that they're playing right now. For USS Alabama, they know they're not going to win on possession. All about the quality of the chances they get. All about where the chances are, how they're going to be creative. Because it's going to be very tough to win when you aren't taking that many opportunities. But at least for now, NovaX can be happy with another game win. It got very dicey for them in that final minute of regulation. Could have been a whole lot worse, but they fortunately don't have to think about it anymore. And that means we move to our 3rd game. Will NovaX be able to continue this kind of run? Only 1 away from match points, 2 away from the win, and a spot in the semifinals. But USS Alabama are going to put on the pressure. That's a great chance as well, but an early strike will not be here for the USS Alabama. NovaX quick to get rid of it. As Zachi off the back wall, whiffed on this, ample time. With no one back from NovaX, the area was a play that ample time needed to get to. You just don't want to see too many whiffs at this point if you're NovaX. Mistakes are going to happen, but it's all about mitigating them, not letting them take advantage of your team. When you're on that goal line, you really can't afford to miss the ball. Zachi. NovaX. Another opening in the midfield, no one back! It's an open net for Demon Yasha. I don't think he knew it, but it goes in. USS Alabama weren't ready for him. As nobody was back, it was snow for who was waiting right behind the challenge. I mean, so many times you talk to players, you mention to them, well, you can't follow immediately right behind the 50-50. And you could see that there from Snowfur. He was so eager to get to the ball off the 50-50, he didn't realize just how badly he could have lost it. The USS Alabama gotta be kicking themselves. That's a bad goal to give up early. That means that for NovaX, now they're in the driver's seat. Demon Yasha, they'll keep them in the lead with that block. Zachi now, they don't go into space for Zachi. That shot, though, they'll never see through. Snowfur is... he's not going to get the bumps here as well. No one else pushing up with him, though, as ample time will slow this in the midfield again. Zachi's got the net, and once again it's open. Snowfur caught in the exact same mistake. Relying way too heavily on that 50. Sorry, it was actually Jeremy Blind who was doing it, not Snowfur. Jeremy, who was pushing up way too high, way too confident on that 50-50. You just can't afford to do that. NovaX off to probably the best start they've had all night long. At least definitely one of the best starts. You could probably make an argue how good the start was in Game 1. And Nova, right now, just looking to try to play this their way, taking full advantage of the openings they see. Here's a big opening, though. That's going to be saved away. Everyone from NovaX jumping on it. But the triple commit won't be a problem as long as you can get that ball away. And the does that. Sachi, Demon Yasha, 3 goals up. We're only 2 minutes in. And NovaX are making it look easy. And I don't think we've seen a team walk this much. I walk through a game this much. This is not common, especially in the quarterfinals. This is where you really do get the best of the best. And NovaX right now, proving that maybe they're just a league ahead of their opponents. As yet again, demos coming through, 2 of them from Demon Yasha. NovaX has gone for a couple of those. I haven't mentioned too much about those demos because in reality they haven't had too much of an effect on this series, but it really is going to get into the heads of the USS Alabama. The fact that they know that demos can come in at really any point. They may not be exactly timed, but when they keep happening, openings are going to be there as Demon Yasha got a demo, and that's left the net open. A huge, huge demo play. We had 4 demos in a row from NovaX. Demon Yasha, I think, had 3 of them. It was just a rain from the offense from NovaX. And their lead increases by yet another goal. As the USS Alabama, I think are in stunned silence right now. I mean, you walk into a quarterfinals, you come into this, well prepared, and immediately you notice you are not in control of any part of the series. As now it's Snow for Missile. Zachi, ooh, he's been bumped into that one. Demon Yasha, though. Back to Hample time. Yachi! Oh my! That's off the line by Zeus, and Demon Yasha crashes in. This is Alabama survived there, but already done by 4. That save isn't going to do too much to change things. But maybe they can get a goal off of it. Something, anything, to salvage any part of Game 3. Zachi's missed it. Demon Yasha won't be doing the same thing. And again, NovaX just going to clear this one out. That's a very tough read, though. And it will bounce in. Snow for Missile has found a goal. The USS Alabama were desperately in need of some sort of confidence at the end of this game. I mean, it has been a problematic start. Fortunately, they can take away at least one positive from this showing, because there's not much to speak about in Game 3 that's positive for this USS Alabama side. I mean, it's goal after goal. It's controlled from NovaX. Zachi's got a hat-trick and 2 assists. This is NovaX's night right now. And without there being tactical timeouts, unlike what we had for the Champions Cup yesterday, that means for USS Alabama, they're gonna have to go right back into this without a lot of time to talk. Maybe that minute in between games, but That isn't a lot for teams to work with. Often at this point, teams want those breathers, want that time to discuss things. But for the USS Alabama, simply put, they've been outclassed here on DFH Stadium. And as the shots come coming through, I mean, NovaX have got to be in a celebratory mood. I mean, this is exactly what you want if you're NovaX. Especially in a match as crucial as this one. I mean, we're well into the playoffs at this point. This is a match that really, but oftentimes quarterfinals is the place where you separate the best from everybody else. And clearly NovaX are vying for that first title. As time winds down, USS Alabama again, in stunned silence, will see themselves go down 3 games straight. USS Alabama now in real panic mode because NovaX is only 1 win away from a semi-finals appearance. If you're the USS Alabama, you'd be using this whole minute. No questions asked. It was a terrible game from start to finish for them. It could not have gone any worse, it felt. We're going to be moving into game 4, but likely very slowly. And you have to imagine that the USS Alabama is going to use this entire minute. Not doing so, I think, would be a bad decision. I mean, it was just a terrible start that just snowballed into even more. When you talk about a team of this caliber, not much you can really do, but you gotta just take this time to, talk things out, not overdo it, not overstay. It's just about playing it consistent, playing it calm, taking your time. As we are again, gonna wait on these teams. I think they're about ready to go into game number 4. And that means, again, with this almost entire minute being used, US Alabama, again, looking to reset. Now they've added back in, they've added it back in, I think, with Sinister Eggs. No, they haven't. They've actually kept their same roster. Snowflake Missile staying in. The Sinister Eggs joined in before, right as the break started for, between games. I thought for a second they would have had him sub in, but quite clearly they're not going for that. They're sticking with the same roster. We'll see if this is them just beating their head right now into the table, hoping for it to crack. Or if maybe there's some reason to why they're doing this. It's NovaX right now who demonstrated in Game 3 that right now their roster is just going to be the one in control and dictating the pace of play. Zachi, I think, proving that this Game 4 decision from USS Alabama to stick with the same roster may not have been the right one. With an early strike that well placed, NovaX absolutely needing to have that kind of chemistry, that kind of control is ample time. And able to beat out Zeus as NovaX will look to clear this one away. USS Alabama will have offense. They haven't had too much of that last game. And only 1 goal to speak of in a game where they were scored on 6 times. Got a lot more control here. But will they use it well? They might actually, because that's a big chance, Demon Yasha. Let's get there as Zachi already calling for that light touch, and it's just going to go away. Demon Yasha. Oh, what a backwards touch. Out to ample time. No way that goes in. It was a great backwards touch. Just that creativity from NovaX. They're not done with scoring. Oh, but a whiff there. That's going to be open. And Demon Yasha knows it. He gave them a free one. And as I said, the one thing for NovaX they need to be worried about is consistency. They didn't show it there. That's a whiff that you can't have happen at this level. And especially this early, NovaX sent right back to square one. But they're not going to be waiting for too long. This one in front. Still, it's an open chance, but shot not soon enough. Nova will try again. That's a free shot! That needs to go in from Demon Yasha. But will be saved by the woodwork. NovaX trying again. As a whiff there. Couple whiffs on the field. Zeus. Zachi. Dunking it away. Ample time now. Nova looking to work the corners. As Demon Yasha, time and space, infield attempts, but when you do that, you need to know if your teammates are going to be there or not. No one waiting for Demon Yasha. That pass was a bit too premature. And NovaX will sit back and restart from their back lines. As Voltini Rome, will I be doing Royalty Series quarterfinals? Royalty Series qualifiers. What do you mean by Royalty Series qualifiers? Royalty Series doesn't have qualifiers. Everybody that signs up gets in. It's just a first come, first serve kind of tournament. Unless you mean like the playoffs. I don't know if I'm going to be doing playoffs. They haven't asked me yet. I'd love to be able to do the playoffs, but I don't think they've actually sent out a request on that yet. Here's another chance. Sachi! Off the crossbar. Nearly would have been it. But NovaX will have to look a little bit further. Zachi off the corner. Demon Yasha. That one's gonna bounce off the way. Inched back in by Zachi. As Voltini, what tournament are you talking about? Again, from my experience, Royalty doesn't have qualifiers. That's a big opening. The bumps came through. NovaX will take the lead. And in usual fashion, it comes through with the bump play. Zachi getting rid of 2 players in ample time. I don't think he expected it to be that easy for him. But that's what happens when you have players working demos at the exact perfect time. If you mean the wild card, well, Boltini, if you mean like the playoffs wild card, I don't think they have one this season. I could be wrong. As yet another chance! Yet another goal for ample time. And that is big. Absolutely necessary. And with, you know, how these teams and how these players want to play in this tournament, NovaX, I mean, they're just trying to play confident, trying to look good as Demon Yasha. That just means that for NovaX, the amount of time that they're using will be successful, but not that easily. As this one just kind of spilling out into the corner. It's only a 1-goal lead at this point for NovaX, as that one cleared out. Zachi. Snow for missile, keeping USS Alabama in it. They need 1 more goal. Time running low in their season on the line. They need those goals. They need those chances. Just not falling through yet. As they're still searching. The time, now at a very low minimum. 10 seconds and counting. USS Alabama. Can they find their way past the field? Whiffed by Zeus. This one dunked midfield. Snow for missile. Not able to beat Sachi. Zeus keeping it alive. He'll get the pop around 1. It's to the midfield, but no one there. No shot coming. And NovaX sweeping their way through. Well, I see what you're talking about there, Boltini. Yeah, they're calling it the qualifying rounds. It's interesting. I'd call it a wild card. Um, I hope I will be. If you book me, I will. I'll cast that stuff. But for now, what a performance there. NovaX, 4-0 sweeping, taking down the USS Alabama quickly. They're off to the semifinals. What's a performance? As again, we're just looking to... Again, what a performance that was. Afterwards, they're a 4-0 sweep, a very, very quick series. And that's going to end the matchup, that's for sure. Unfortunately for the USS Alabama, it also ends their run in this tournament. As again, congrats on them for making it through the semifinals now. A very impressive place to finish. Again, we'll try to see if we can get them in quickly. Again, we'll give it a little time, but again, once we get them in here, we'll chat with them a little bit. Again, this was our only match tonight, but congrats to NovaX, a huge win in this playoff bracket. So while we again wait on answers, should be a fun time. As welcome in there, Zachi. Congrats on your win. You're into the semifinals now. NovaX with a 4-0 sweep. How you feeling, my friend? That was a quick series. You guys made it look easy.
I mean, I just think that it's a hard fought series, honestly. Like it didn't feel as like yeah, you said. I think that they did really good on their defense. There was a couple times there that it got really shaky for us. It being the playoffs, all of us up here, we kind of earned being up here, but it didn't really feel like a sweep. All of our matches that we've been playing this season, even if they're sweeps or whatnot, like a lot of the teams are fighting really hard. We had a good game, some good games out there, and yeah, they played well as well. We had a great series.
Well, as you said again, it was a great matchup as well. Again, you guys played very, very well. Talk about it. It's been a long season. The playoffs are a very weird part of your season. Uh,
Yeah,
but what I'm hearing personally is that again for you guys as well coming into this playoffs, it's a tough time. It's a really tough bracket. It's single elimination, so really your whole season doesn't matter. All that matters is these final matchups. It's a season that boils down to like a few matches against teams,
basically, and
against a
then
few teams. It's a tough format. So for you guys kind of preparing for this, you've kind of now gone through a good amount of these matchups. Now you've kind of gone through a couple of rounds. How are you feeling now, kind of about about the playoffs? Because it's so nerve wracking. It's so tough to deal with. Such a tough format.
it's hard to say. You got to take it day by day. You can't go into it too confident because we've done that before, and we've just gotten smashed. And a lot of this is just trying to stay humble and trying to go out there and just play ball. That's pretty much it. We just got to keep it one game at a time because we've had a lot of our series. Like for example, I think our last two series that we played in the playoffs, we were going into game sevens and it was just back and forth battles. So um, it's just one game at a time. That's all we're taking it.
As you said, it's just one game at a time. You guys are playing it well. again, the series ending quickly. You still got a lot more to go for in that bracket, as you know. Again, just moving to the semifinals. The win doesn't end here; it only gets tougher. So for you guys, again, continuing to prepare. This match felt kind of easy, but your next match isn't going to be like that. What do you think about these playoff matches compared to the regular season? Because for a lot of these teams, you may have played them. So does it get a lot tougher here? How much tougher does it get? I
Oh
guess
yeah.
on the playoff bracket.
Yeah, it's a completely different matchup. I mean, when you're playing in season, you have some people that they'll have forfeits or they don't have their A game on. But when it comes to playoffs, I mean, most of the time you're playing their best rosters. So it's a lot harder of skill. Like it is when you come into these kind of games and play these competitive matches, it's a lot different than playing like competitive Rocket League online, right? Like going for rank matches. Even though it is hard getting in those matches, this is just completely different. It feels different. You can feel the chemistry on the teams. You can feel the energy shifts. So um, we just have to just keep on pushing, like I said, just one game at a time, and just we've done it. We've done it before, and we got third, I think, last season as well. So we're gonna just keep pushing, try to take it game by game. I think now that we're going into the semifinals, now it's gonna be just battle for first, second, third, or fourth. So, and I think that's the only one that has a losers bracket. So and then you're just basically fighting for third, but. Yeah, we just want to say, kudos obviously to USS Alabama. They did a great job out there. Thanks for getting a caster, and then we appreciate you for casting our match tonight.
Of course, congratulations on your win, Zachi. Before you leave, of course, you have any shoutouts? Any last things you want to say?
Uh, no, we appreciate you guys giving a nice stream as well. We give a shout out to the team, and of course, shout out to the guys that were out on the field today, and then our team that got us here to this point. So,
Of course, and thank you so much for joining, Zachi. Congrats on your win, NovaX. A 4-0 sweep over USS Alabama. Good luck in the semifinals. Hopefully, we'll get to see you guys again very soon.
thank you, Sporty. You guys have a good one.
Now, Zachi there, a 4-0 sweep over the USS Alabama. What a quick night we had. It was quicker than I thought it would be, but that's just how things roll sometimes. We're going to get a raid on in. Thank you all so much for joining the stream. We'll be live again tomorrow afternoon, but for now, take care and be well. We'll be with all of you again very, very soon. Take care, and see you again tomorrow.